Hi everybody, Daxon Lewis here. Today I wanted to make a video about my wireless rig setup. If you see me on stage with the David Parmley Band in the last year or so, you've likely noticed that we've gone a good bit wireless. And admittedly, I was a little skeptical when we first decided to do that because I wanted to maintain the natural full tone of the 5-string banjo. And this setup has done a great job at maintaining that. I was pleasantly surprised. So let's break it down. Let's go through a few of the pieces of my gear, and who knows, maybe it's something you would like to add to your setup. All right, let's take a look at my pedal board. Minimal and straightforward. There's only 2 pieces of gear here. On the right is the ToneDexter II. This is a preamp made by Audio Sprockets, and this is neat because it uses custom WaveMaps to get the best sound out of your pickup. Here's how it works. You train the unit by sending in the signal of a high quality studio mic, whatever studio mic you want, might be a SM57 or a KM184, whatever mic you think your instrument sounds the best on. So you send in the signal of that high-end studio mic and your pickup at the same time. The unit then learns the difference between the two, creates a custom wave map, and then applies that to your pickup so that you get the depth and realism of a studio mic through your pickup wherever you are. I'll show you how to do that now. All right, let's make a wave map. Instead of a pickup, I'm using a really great dynamic microphone mounted to the head of the banjo. Shout out to my friends at Gold Tone for hooking me up with this awesome piece of gear. Sounds great by itself, but it's also fun to use in tandem with the ToneDexter. So I have that run through 1/4-inch cable into the ToneDexter. Now when I'm going wireless, I do use the Shure transmitter, but for the sake of just getting this wave map, I'm going to plug it in. So the pickup, or in this case the mounted microphone, is going into the ToneDexter, and using this XLR, I have my SM57 set up behind me. We have our pickup and our studio mic plugged in. Now we just need to find an empty channel. Okay, channel 11 is empty. To start in training mode, I have to hit mute and then boost. Now we're in training mode. So as I play, this will map the difference between each of these 2 signals. It's important to get clarity in your notes, to play in all the octaves so that it's able to really make an accurate wave map. When I go along, it'll tell you how many % done we are. So it'll go all the way from 0 to 100% and then let me know when we have had enough information to create a good wave map. Okay, now we can name this. Saving the wave map, and now number 11 is my SM57. Once you're in here, you have all kinds of neat changes that you can make. You have some bell curve EQs that you can use. You can go in and set your wet and dry blend, so how much of the wave map versus how much of the dry pickup you want. The options are just endless. I highly advise reading about these and seeing what all they can do. All right, we've talked about the first half of this wireless rig, which is the ToneDexter and the wave mapping. We've got our channel set up. Now let's talk about the part that truly makes it wireless. I'm using the Shure BLX 4 system, which has, of course, the receiver that's mounted here on the pedal board, and then the transmitter. So this is a very straightforward transmitter, runs off of 2 AA batteries. Usually just mount this to the strap so it's clean and out of the way. I have a cable that goes from the 4-prong of the transmitter down to a 1/4-inch cable, and that fits straight into my Gold Tone dynamic mic. So once all of that's on and turned on, it's just a matter of making sure that you sync the transmitter and the receiver to the same channel. There are a lot of options, that way you don't interfere with frequencies that maybe other folks in the band who are also wireless are using, or that maybe the sound guys are using. So just making sure that the transmitter and the receiver are synced up, we're pretty much there. So at this point, the signal can get from the banjo to the transmitter, now to the receiver. Now we need to get from the receiver to the ToneDexter. That's simple. It's a 1/4 inch out of the Shure receiver, runs a little jumper under the pedal board here to the 1/4 inch in on the ToneDexter. Now we can choose and toggle through any of our samples, our WaveMaps, to find the one we like best, make any adjustments, get it sounding great. And then there's a DI XLR out that you can send to the front of house. It's really simple. Being wireless is fun. It changes how you interact with one another in the band on stage. It changes, you have a little more freedom with how you interact with the audience. And it's really nice that Audio Sprockets has created a preamp that allows you to be wireless but not really sacrifice the natural warm tone of acoustic instruments. That's quick, and there's so much more to be done with the ToneDexter, and there are a lot of different options for going wireless. This is just what works for me. I hope this has been helpful for you and interesting. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it, if you tried something like this, or if you might now that you've seen how it works. All in all, I'm having fun with it. Thanks so much for sticking around. Hope to see you down the road soon. Bye-bye.